Good day and a warm welcome here from me, Heinrich Gous for Global Sports Network from Jachtershof Sports Fields in Kuilsrivier, where the first round of Super A League clashes starts today. It is Helderberg, the visitors from the Strand, that is facing Kuilsrivier River Club here. With me I've got Hannes Louw, the defence coach for the team of Helderberg. Hannes, good day and welcome here.
Thank you very much.
Hannes, just explain to the people, how does it feel, how's the structures at the moment within the Helderberg Rugby Club?
Well, we all know that last year was quite a difficult year for us, with all the changes that came with everything. We adapted quite well. It started off roughly with a Gold Cup looming and all that type of stuff, but with the young squad that we had, we adapted quite well. The guys bought into a very good structure and a good system, and we take it from there. This year obviously started with a niggle or two, but that's every club's situation every year. But thankful for the 5 games that we had, won all 5, very confident for the season, and we take it one step at a time.
Yeah, like you mentioned earlier, last year, mid-season, a few changes happened with the coaching structures. This year you've got Phil Pretorius in his first full season with the team. He is a coach that we all know in South Africa, been with a lot of the provincial unions. What's the philosophy for this team this year?
You know what, Phil, he's not a guy that's just coming there to coach. He's coaching coaches, he's coaching players to be good people, to be a good rugby player on and off the field. Being part of him with us, yes, like it's very difficult to explain the philosophy behind everything. Enjoy rugby, that's it. Stay disciplined, enjoy the game, and just go with the flow.
Hannes, I don't want to take up too much of your time. Soon you have to go warm up. All the best for the game and all the best for the season. Hope to speak to you soon.
Thank you very much.
With me I've got Roberto Isaacs, the president of Kuilsrivier Rugby Club. Roberto, how's it looking this year so far?
Well, this year is our prep has done well so far. Our preparation work was done. We had a very good off-season for the first time actually in the history of the club. Pre-season was just as good. So I think we're well prepared. We had a bit of mixed results in the friendlies, but that's because of trying new combinations and unavailability of certain players at certain times. So good pre-season, so I think we're well prepared for the league to come.
Spoken to a few of the coaches earlier. Seems to be a bit of an injury niggle in most of the teams. I've spoken to the second team coach and he says he's got like 6 front rowers unavailable at the moment.
That's 100% correct. And as you know, if you got the injuries, then it actually the injury is actually more first team related, but then it falters down because then the depth in terms of club rugby is quite important. And now you've got about 6 front rowers out, so basically your starting lineup changes because of those injuries. But that's club rugby. We've got to roll with the punches and deal with what the game hands you at the time.
Yeah, definitely, and it makes it a bit difficult. And as I had a look in the previous game, under 20s, they were a bit struggling. How's the depth looking at the youngsters?
Look, our youngsters is, if you look at the first 20 minutes and you look at the second 20 minutes, so there's something special there. We've got Bola Conradi, he's working for the past month and a half with the players. So there's a bit of cohesion that needs to take place and so on, So we've got, with his appointment, we've got about 53, 54 under 20s. So, but we've got to sort out, obviously there will be a point where you try everything else. Try to play everybody, but now it comes to a point where you've got to shift and have the main group there. But it's looking okay. I'm impressed with the first 20 minutes, as I said, in the last 20 minutes, but quite a bit of work for the coaches. And it's new boys. The mindset of the boys, they're coming from school rugby, but we've decided this year to start investing in quality coaching, right down first team, right down to the under 20s, and we're looking at a 3-year plan to have that under 20 boys run on the field for our first team.
That brings me to my last question before I let you go. Speaking of Bola, the under 20s, then you've got Alistair Kettledas and you've got Wayne Julius and you've got Clement Lewis. How's it looking with those guys in the ranks here? How's the positivity of the club in itself in a whole? How does it look for them?
Look, for us, that's why I'm saying we're investing in quality coaching. That's where we're going with this. And then their experience and expertise needs to then flow over into the quality of the game. And if you look at last year, definite change there. You can actually see there's a type of game we're playing or going to play, and that was the first year last year with those coaches, and it's the first time in the history of Kuilsrivier that we're actually keeping our first team coaches, which is a good sign. Another big thing is for us, not one of our first team players left the club, which is also a first for Kuilsrivier, meaning we're starting to build momentum going forward, and we're ready for the season, whatever the season ends up.
Coach, that's great, President Zarik. It's great to hear, and all the best for the season and all the best for today. First game of the season, let's hope it goes well.
Thank you very much. Always a tough one, the icebreaker, the first one, but thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All the best. Good day, it's Heinrich Gous for Global Sports Network. As you can see in the background, the crowd packing this field at Jagtershof Sports Grounds in Kuilsrivier, where the team of Kuilsrivier host the first round of matches in the Super League A games in the Western Province League, where they are playing against the club from the Strand called Helderberg Rugby Club. So will be very enticing to see who's going to step away as the winners for this first encounter. Roughly like 10 minutes before kickoff for this encounter. It's a very, very nice day for attacking running rugby, with some games that already occurred here today. Was the under 20s where the team from Helderberg stepped away with a 55-10 win. Then also in the third team game there was a win for Helderberg, but very, very much closer in the 29-21. But then also currently is in front of us is the second teams playing with the score currently Helderberg leading 21-17, but still no way of telling who will step away as the winners here. So if this is an indication of what's going to happen, the first team game will be very, very close. Like you heard in the interviews from both teams, a lot of the work that went behind the scenes, and while on the Kuilsrivier side with the coaching setup being restructured for this year, hopefully that will turn the momentum for them, with last year not going according to plan. Like I said, my name is Heinrich Gous for Global Sports Network. Always an honor for me to bring you live rugby. But then again, we have to say thank you to all our sponsors. It will be Global G Sportswear, ID Consulting, our friends Joas, and then also a newbie for this year, Decra Paints. Without you guys, it won't be possible for us to bring you live rugby week in, week out, but not always, also just always rugby. A lot of different occasions, sports activities, functions, launches, and then, like I said, a different variety of activities. But we also have to say thank you to our loyal supporters from Global Sports Network. Always nice if we have a nice viewing of people that joins us. Currently we have a lot of loyal supporters, but go out, share, like and subscribe. Mention it to your friends and family, your work colleagues, your neighbor, everybody that you meet in the malls, and tell them about GSN Global Sports Network, so that we can go from strength to strength. But let's 5 minutes, like I said, 5 minutes before kickoff, let's run through the team sheets quickly. On the side of Helderberg. In the front row we've got Albert Malan, Maurits Swart and Roo Nieuwoud. Then in the second row we've got Sheldon Mealing and Ludeke van Tonde. Then in the flanks we've got Lane Skelton, J.D. Labaskagni and the youngster Erhard Lambrecht. Then the number 9 and 10 we have G.J. Fortuin, better known as Junior. And then in the number 10 position, a familiar name in Brendan Venter Jr., son of the former Springbok and the Dr. Brendan Venter. Then in the centers we've got Quinn Visser and Linjay Hendricks, the captain. And then on the wings we've got Jaden Daniels, Luke Carew, and then a returnee for this year who played his trade last year in the Boland League with Safcol, John Ray Lucas. And this team, of course, well coached by a familiar coach who has been in SA Rugby structures for quite a few years. Phil Pretorius, Hannes Low, which I spoke to earlier, Tinus van die Kerk, and then also Morne Visser. Then we run to the home team, Kuilsrivier. We've got John Ryan, Shane Farmer, Luyolon Glamafa in the front row. Then in the locks we've got Ndepiwe Nkondu and Bashir Diedrichs. That will back behind the front row. On the flanks we've got Akulile Apleni, Spamandla Dama and Sia Matanda will make up the pack. Then the number 9 will be Milan Basainot, who played his trade last year for Brackenfell Rugby Club, also played a few years for NTK. And with him will be the number 10, Darren Reiters. In the centers we've got Liam Parker and Tyg Square. Then on the wings we've got Enrico Bonzayer and Andre Manuel, and then the fullback position we've got Keegan September. Like mentioned first, in front of this game, we have a few familiar names with the head coach Clement Lewis gathering a strong coaching setup here. Garth Stefanus, forwards coach. Backline coach will be Alistair Kettledas. Attacking coordinator Wayne Julius. And then also head of performance will be Kiran Rabi. So yeah, quite a few familiar names in that coaching setup. Like I said, my name is Heinrich Goos. For me it's an honor and a privilege to bring you some live action here from Jagters Hof Sports Fields in Kuilsrivier. It's gonna be an enticing encounter that awaits us within the next few minutes. But don't go away, we'll be back soon in the next few minutes.
Five minutes to go. The first to get this on. Who let the dogs out? Oh, baby, don't ain't good. It's the day I won't let it mark. As that old man feels ain't love. Then my girls love feel colors. Oh, baby, don't ain't good. It's the day I won't let it mark. As that old man feels ain't love. Then my girls love feel colors. Cause I can't love forever. I can't love forever. Maybe there's no way here. Gives me a spine for once. My dog says she be so. Mira mi vista. Que la boy spiela la game of so vista. Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Oh baby, blow it here. As that girl, boys out of luck. As that always gives a cuff. When my girls love feel class. Oh baby, blow it here. As that girl, boys out of luck. As that always gives a cuff. When my girls love feel colors. Osa sok Moskou, was hier wat te rak. Zij moet nog mondo, was geen naam wat te draaien. Hier en blauw, die wonnen als jongens. Als dat niet echt, geen naam is bereikt. Zaterdagmiddag, die game gaat beginnen. Gaat zij uitzien, en zij uit of wat zij uit. Los jouw plannen, wanneer moet je wisten? Kaya boys, ga nou jou als boys. Kan je maar wat zeggen, man? Hier is jouw alias. Kwaal jouw alias als een kaya dan. Ik is een kaya forever. A kaya forever. Mijn bloed is blowing, yeah. Gives me a spark for ons. Zoals die besta, hier aan die besta, die kleine boy spelen la game. Oh baby, blowing graag. Als de kleine boys waren laag. Als hij always eerst een dag. Dan maak heel zoveel graag. Oh baby, blowing graag.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of the afternoon. It's that time of the afternoon with the first teams of Helderberg and Kuilsrivier for the first league game. So let's welcome Helderberg, led.
Welkom terug.
The referees,
Welcome back
welcome Amy and team.
to our Global Sports Network subscribers. Welcome with the first teams
Well,
down
big
to
applause for Amy and her team.
field. It is Amy Barrett-Tron and it panel that is going to take
Of Helderberg.
the whistle in this encounter, and she's well assisted by some junior referees, not junior anymore, but some of Western Province Rugby referees colleagues, as we see captain of Helderberg Rugby Club to the field. They are ready for this encounter of the Super A Western Province first round game.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, our local crowd, let's give a big round of applause for Captain Sia Matanda!
Who let the dogs out? Sia Matanda, captain for Kuilsrivier boys, leading his team on the field. The crowd is on their feet, ready for this encounter. Like I mentioned, Amy Barrett-Tron, whistle in the middle, gonna lead off game for us. As you can see the crowd enjoying themselves. We'll just wait for dust to settle. Like I mentioned, my name is Heinrich Gouds from Global Sports Network. Always an honor and a privilege for me to bring you live rugby.
Alright, can we clear the field, please? Can we clear the field, please?
It's just the last bit formalities to
Alright,
be.
ladies and gentlemen, we would like this afternoon just
Almost
players
time
where
for the
they are, just
game
a
to
moment
start.
of silence. 1 moment of silence.
As you can hear in the background, there will be a moment of silence.
There's 3 people close to our heart that we lost last week and during this week. Firstly, big supporter of Kuilsrivier Rugby Club, well known as Patches. Then also one of our ex-executive members, his mother, Donovan Isaacs. And then also our second team that lost, second team player Sonalo, that lost his girlfriend in a tragic accident on Friday. Just a moment of silence, please. Thank you, everybody.
Amy Barretron just asking captains of both teams are they ready, and she blows the whistle with a long. And that will be just inside the 22-meter area where Kuilsrivier will have to defend their own backyard, with Helderberg getting the chance to feed the first scrum of this encounter. Junior Fortuin with the ball in hand, preparing to feed his forward pack. Let's see what happens in this first scrum of the encounter. Amy Barretron straight to a long arm penalty, with the front row going down, the loose head of Kuilsrivier going down, which gives the opportunity for Helderberg. What will they do? Looks like they will try and secure some points early in this encounter. Yes, take the 3 points, and it will be play with the number 10 on the back, Brendan Venter Jr. that will try and get the first points of this encounter within the first minute of the game. Not the way Kuilsrivier wanted to start this season, but there's still a lot of time in this encounter to make amends for what happened there, with the flags of the assistant referees going up. 3 points on the scoreboard. Kuilsrivier still with a duck on the scoreboard. Maar vir ons Afrikaanse kykers daar buite, ek het nie van julle vergeet nie. Ek gaan hom so 'n bietjie mengels gooi vandag, sodat jy dan ook kan sê ek praat met die Afrikaanse ondersteuners daar buite, vir die mense daar buite in die Boland streek wat hier loer, vir die mense in die Kaap en natuurlik reg oor die land. Met die lang afskop in die hande van een van die agterspelers wat die bal lekker diep skop, is dit natuurlijk dan Willem Steinhout wat in die bal probeer inkom. Scheidsrechter sê dat is agtertoe speel aan, onder ewige druk. Ruiters wat homself moet probeer losruk. Willem Steinhout wat die bal weer wil uithaal in die hande van sy groot voorspelers wat nou mooi vorentoe weer speel die steelkant. Reguit gemaak, dat was die heel achter September. Steinhout in die hande daarvan Mokondu. Dan sê scheidsrechter, hou vast op die grond en nog een strafskop aan die kant van Helderberg. Net so op die 10-tree stippellyn. Helderberg die keer besluit, wil hulle die kantlyn opsoek. Wat gaan hulle maak met die redetjie? Skil so van sy voet af. En Kuile in die hande van September wat wil nou van agteraf aanval. Verskoning, dit is Manuel, Andre Manuel. Melimba sy nou wat seker maak al sy voorspelers is in posisie. Nou word die bal mooi opgevat, sterk loopie. Bal wat baie stadig uitkom aan die kant van Kuile. Besy nou by die skoppie, wat 'n baie goeie skoppie is en net so op die middellyn binne die halfgebied nou van Helderberg waar die bal oor die kantlyn gaan. Baie goeie skoppie daar deur Melimba sy nout. En dit sal nou die geleentheid bied natuurlik vir die span van Helderberg om die lynstand te voer, net binne hulle halfgebied. Wat gaan ons sien in die eerste lynstand as die bal mooi ingegooi word, raak en vat. Waar die rolbalbeweging opgesit word. Dan gaan hy nou so 'n bietjie momentum opbou, bal wat hier agter in die hande is van Maurits Swart. Nou begin die rolbalbeweging met die voordeel wat toegeken word nou aan die kant van Helderberg. Word die bal nou uitgehaal deur die hande van die agterlyn. Koen Visser, nou is dit kaptein wat die bal laat versprei. In die hande daar van die agtervleuel, Lukaru. Nou, voordeel wat verby is, skeieregter. Bal wat weer deur die hande gaan. Maar goeie verdediging daarop. Die span van Helderberg met 'n nuwe voordeel vir 'n speler wat nie wegrol nie. Nou is daar geleentheid weer vir die span. Brendan Venter, lang aangee. Koen Visser wat 'n man afstaan. Nou het van links na regs gespeel. Portuin wat die bal uithaal. Kort gespeel, maar goeie verdediging daar, maar die skeieregter wat op 'n vletjie blaas. En sy vir die kaptein die opsie gee natuurlik. Was daar 'n kantspel gewees hier net voor ons, maar aan die oorkant van die veld was daar op strafskop vir nie weggerol nie. Brendan Venter just making sure of touch this time. Now again Helderberg camped just inside the 22 of Kuilsrivier. First line out was a good one for the team of Helderberg. This time again they secured the line out with the rolling maul set up. Going a bit sideways, but now gaining some momentum again. This time another penalty advantage to the team of Helderberg with Kuilsrivier sacking the driving maul. Now Brendan Venter with a long pass out to Chandra. He's a danger man. Now into the swing with the referee saying that was perfect. First try over and Daniel winger over. But we saw the fullback Chandra Lucas 2 hands put the defense line in a bit of uncertainty if it's going to go for the inside pass or the outside pass. And that will take the scoreboard up to 8 points to 0 in the favor of Helderberg. Kuilsrivier coaches will have a hot discussion with their team. Not the start that they wanted. See Matanda, the 8-man captain of the team. So we'll have hard words with this team there, putting themselves in some difficult positions. Currently. Brendan Venter coming forward. What will he do with this one? Unfortunately, not accurate enough. And the scoreboard stays at 8-0 in the favor of Helderberg. Ball in hand. So Kuilsrivier making sure that they are behind the kicker. Reuters with a long hanging kick. Taken well out of the air. And now it's again the danger man. The try scorer, Daniels, caught around the ankles. Now it's Ludwig van Tonne with a hard hit on him. It's Sheldon Mealing, apologies. But great defense by Kuilsrivier. And unfortunately, A handling error now inside the own 22-meter. As you can hear the DJ pumping the music in the background, trying to get these teams, both teams motivated. Counter. It looks like Ndlamafa will be ready for action. Let's see what happens in this first scrum for the Kuilsrivier boys. Melinda sent out to feed the ball. Scrum in a very favorable position in the middle of the field, so both ways to be attacked. So for Helderberg, hopefully their defense is just as solid as the attack is currently. Great scrum from the Kuilsrivier boys, but unfortunately the referee says that both front rows just went up and there was no forward momentum from the beginning. And again, we're just waiting for the set piece to be formed with both teams wanting to get a good front foot all year. We saw what Helderberg did when they had the front football, apologies for stumbling on my words. And yeah, that's why they lead 8 points to 0 currently. With a great scrum for the Kuilsrivier boys and the penalty going to Kuilsrivier just in front of their own post. Will they opt to take the 3 points? Yes, the referee indicating they want to go for 3 points. Let's hope the kicker Raiders got it kicking boots on, as they would like to creep a bit closer to that score of Helderberg. Still not out of this contest. A lot of game time left in this encounter. So Raiders, Darren Raiders, what to do with this one? Looking at the ball, looking at the post. Oh, successfully, beautifully kept his head down, just went through, and that is the first point for the Kuilsrivier boys, bringing the score into Helderberg. 8 points on the scoreboard, 3 points to the Kuilsrivier boys. And that will now give the opportunity, of course, to Brendan Venter to restart play for us from the middle with a lekker hanging kick again. Kuilsrivier couldn't get underneath the ball, but Milan Basaynout had to recover, and just outside his own 22 he was brought to ground. When Lamafa also going to ground just now outside that 22-meter area. Baron blowing on the whistle as we have an injury here on the left hand side, and it's looking very seriously, unfortunately, for this young man. Can't seem to, not too bad, but not nice to see in the game somebody going to ground in a lot of pain. But while we've got, again, all our sponsors, Global Sports Network, it's always a privilege for us to bring some live rugby. It's Decra Paints, Sportswear, Early Consulting. So we had to change our mic also just quickly. Struggling with some technical issues here. like I mentioned, without the sponsors, it's not always possible. And thank you to them. It's for me a privilege to bring you live commentary for this game. And then, of course, to both teams, their own sponsors, making it for them possible to go from strength to strength and keep them in the Super A's. Of course, we know how difficult it is if clubs don't have their own funding. You hear the music in the background pumping. Crowd enjoying themselves here at the Agtershof Sports Grounds in Kuilsrivier. It is the first round of the Super A League games here in the Western Province League. As you saw last weekend, we brought you some Boland games as well. We bring you live coverage from the Boland League, Western Province League. Then also, of course, don't forget about the Carlton League and some other leagues across the country. And then again, like I said, without the sponsors of Global Sports Network, it won't be possible to succeed in that. And unfortunately, look at, as if that will be the end of the game for the play on the ground. Hey, got a bad knock there. All the best to the young man. Hope he recovers well. Recovers soon. And that doesn't mean that it will be the end of his season. Just waiting for the stretcher, unfortunately, to be brought onto the ground. So there is a little bit of a delay currently. Doesn't seem like he will be able to walk off the field. Like I said, never nice to see players getting injured so early in the season. But unfortunately, that is rugby for you. Rugby is a contact sport, and it is a game that we love. Most purely for sometimes for the attacking rugby that we see, but also for some hard hitting by the defenders. As we saw last night in the CPUT match against Varsity College, just before the end of the game, one of the Varsity College players had a huge tackle on the CPUT player, but the CPUT player stood up, went to him and congratulated him on that lucky hit, and they laughed about it. And I'm sure after the game they had a few beers together and just talked about what a great game of rugby both teams brought to the game. And that's what rugby is about, the friendships that's been made over the years and the camaraderie. As they think still to that player on the ground, hopefully the momentum or the stoppage and play doesn't break the momentum of either teams, that we can just go on where we left off. As we also mentioned, the referee for the day, Mrs. Amy Barretron. Always nice to see the URC and World Rugby referees is still involved in the local games, in the league games here in their local areas where they grow up. Great round of applause for the player, unfortunately leaving the field. Hopefully the young man recuperates well and it's not too seriously, and he will be back on the playing pitch quite very soon. Due to the stoppage in play, it will now give a scrum just outside the own 22-meter line, where The nippy number 9 from of Millen Besaidenout for Kuilsrivier will feed the ball in the scrum just after the restart. Helderberg coming with a great scrum. Darren Reiters with a straight running line. Apologies, this was score. Besaidenout getting the ball out. Now the ball goes through the hands of the back line into the hands of the left winger, the Bonzaier, but no movement for him. Referee says the ball was taken over, so now in a position of Helderberg. Helderberg, the referee blows on the whistle again. Seems like it will be a scrum feed again. With looks like what was a knock on there on the ground. And now, of course, we'll give another opportunity for Helderberg to feed the scrum. Let's see what happens in the scrum. Previous scrum from Helderberg looked a little bit better, even though it was a Kuilsrivier scrum. Here's 14. Kuilsrivier with a good scrum again. Ball must come out. Venter under heavy pressure gets taken to the ground. Ball was taken over by Millen Besaidenout, but the referee said no clear release. But also, was that a high tackle? It seemed like it was a little bit high, but referee felt it was good play on it, was on the ball. Venter making sure of touch this time. And well within the 22-meter area of Kuilsrivier. We'll give another opportunity for the team of Helderberg to feed the line out. Referee not happy with how things is set up there, and she says you can't go quickly in the line out. So we'll have to take that one over. Nice warm and humid weather here, a bit cloudy but still very, very hot here in Kuilsrivier. So both teams will have their work cut out for them. And the referee saw the sack of the line out was quick and greatly done by Kuilsrivier, and that is turnover position with a knock on there from the line out, unfortunately for Helderberg. As the referee also quickly have a chat with the Helderberg boys and the Kuilsrivier boys. It seemed there was a bit of tempers that was flaring up there. One of the guys from Kuilsrivier throwing the ball back into the hands of one of the Helderberg boys. But we all know Amy Barretron, she doesn't take nonsense from players on the field. But of course, she does it in a respectful manner, making sure that people know I'm here to referee a game and I'm not here to play mother to you guys and have to warn you the whole time. With Millen Besaidenout again having to feed the ball just inside his own 22-meter area. Kuilsrivier again with a great scrum. Going forward and the arm out for advantage to the Kuilsrivier boys. Ntanda with the break from the scrum. Now the ball goes through the hands. Kuilsrivier still with ball in hand, but the ball popping out, unfortunately. Or fortunately enough, I will say, for the Kayla boys. There was advantage from that scrum, but unfortunately for Helderberg there was that advantage. Otherwise that would have been a silly soft try for the Helderberg boys to just extend that lead again. Ball in the hands of Darren Reiters again, the number 10. Let's see what he does with this one. A long kick, a nice touch finder. Wow, what a kick from the young man. Chasing the forward pack and the backs from Helderberg back into their own half. Just past the 10-meter line of Helderberg. Between the 22 and the 10-meter line, it will be a line out for the Kayla boys with Farmer feeding the line out. Matanda, the captain, going up high. And now the rolling ball being set up, but not going anywhere. With Miss Amy Barrytron on the whistle. There was some offside play from the Kayla boys, obstruction play. But now, John Ray Lucas, what will he do with the ball? On the foot of the hands of the foot of the Kayla boy. And then again, unfortunately, ball just going forward. But John Ray Lucas looking very dangerous as always with ball in hand. When he had tried to do the chip kick through off the foot of one of the Kayla boys into his hands again, trying to offload to the left winger again, Luke Daniels. But unfortunately, things just going awry there for them. Telling 8 punte teenoor 3 in die guns van die besoekers, Helderberg Rugby Club. Weer 'n geleentheid vir die Kuilsrivier span om 'n vaste skrim te voer. So 5 meter van die diskanste kantlyn, net buite hulle eie kwartgebied. Melin Besaidnout. Vlugvoetige nommer 9 met bal in hand. Die keer is Helderberg wat wil regmaak. Skeieregter wat sê weer eens nie reg het geskrim nie. Nou in die hande van die binnesenter wat 'n lang aangegee buitekant by die hande van sy heel agter, maar nou daar in die hande van Bonsayer wat so twinkle toes probeer binne 'n gaping slaan. Skeieregter wat vir Helderberg wys om net terug te staan om kantlyne te dop te hou. Weer eens 'n mooi loopie daar deur die kaptein Matanda. Besaidnout wat nou sukkel om die bal uit te haal. Weer 'n mis aangee, maar tog is dit deur die hande. Nou sit skoor. Hy is sterk seun. Hy trek 'n paar manne saam met hom. Skeieregter wat sê weer eens 'n man wat hy weggerol het nie. Maar dan word daar weer iemand nader geroep. Amy Barrytron wat vir Ruiters vra, wil julle 'n strafskop hê? Hier in die oorkant van die veld of soek hulle hom in die middel van die veld? Weer eens nie weggerol deur een van die spelers van Helderberg nie. 'n Geleentheid vir Ruiters om te kyk of hy weer die kantlyn kan opsoek. Ons weet hy het 'n giftige regtervoet. Wat maak hy die keer met hom? Weer eens 'n uitstekende skop, maar die keer lyk dit of hy tog nie die kantlyn vind nie. Nou word hy aangeval uit hulle eie kwartgebied uit. Deur die hande gegooi. Koen Visser weer in die hande van Brendan Venter. Hy trap hulle toe, was dalk die bal gespeel het aan die buitekant van sy vleuel. Skeieregter wat nou 'n strafskop toeken aan die kant van Helderberg. Speler van Kuilsrivier, dit is die regtervleuel daar, Andre Manuel wat reguit van sy voete af is. Voel dalk Brendan Venter moes dalk die bal daar gespeel het na sy linkervleuel toe. Daniels, hy lyk gevaarlik wanneer hy bal in die hande kan kry, maar tog 'n strafskop geleentheid. Brendan Venter weer die bal so 'n bietjie net skil van sy voete af. Maar hy maak tog net seker wel dat hy die kantlyn mooi opsoek. En nou weer binne die halfgebied hier van die Kyle. Is dit natuurlik Maurits Swart wat die lynstaan sal voer. Skeieregter wat net vra man asseblief. Hou dit oop. Kom ons hou dit rustig en kalm. Swart, mooi voorgerang, nou in die hande van die agterspelers. Koen Visser wat hard geduik word daar. Mooi die hande nou van die agterlyn, waar die bal mooi tot op die vleuel gaan by Karoo. By die binne aangee, John Lucas wat die bal nie onder die hande kry nie, maar dit is tog agtertoe gespat. Nou sit Kuilsrivier wat die bal oorgeneem het. Besaidnout wat die bal wil uithaal. Vorentoe opgeneem, maar goeie duikslag daar deur een van die Helderberg spelers wat sê jy gaan nêrens in my maat. Besaidnout wat weer die bal wil uithaal. Opgeneem. Lyk soos die slot. Mkondo. Besaidnout deur die hande. Ruiters met 'n lang skop hier in die middel van die veld. Dit is Fortuin Junior. Fortuin wat daar agter is. Hy kan beide kante slaan. Hy trap so 'n bietjie af. Probeer hom aanklop vir Ruiters. Nou sit hy holding op die grond skree, die crowd maar die skeieregter wat sê nee, as hy hand op die bal nie. Maar wat sal er uitkom? Venter wat ons goed gemaak het. Nou is dit in die hande van die voorspelers wat moet bal opneem. Nou lyk dit of die bal afgeneem word. Wat sê skeieregter? Skeieregter op 'n vletjie blaas. Is dit skeieregter wat op 'n vletjie blaas vir die strafskop. Helderberg wat vasgehou klou het op die grond. Maar die skeieregter wat ook natuurlik vir die speler gewaarsku het en gesê het jy gaan nie op my skree nie, kalmeer vir my. Drink 'n chillpil. Weer is dit ruiters met bal in die hand. Die keer aan die diskant van die veld. Bal gaan hy die bal uit die kant, oor die kantlyn jaag. Weer eens 'n goeie skop. Jong man met 'n baie goeie skopvoet aan hom. Net buite die kwartgebied van Helderberg. Sal dit nou 'n geleentheid bied vir Shane Farmer om weer 'n lynstaanbal te gooi, in te gooi. Farmer going in front. Was it 5 meters? Referee says play on. Beside now to Glamafa. Gathers momentum just outside the 22-meter area. Helderberg Reiters. Now through the hands of the backline. It is September. Inside run there by Boonzayer, the left winger. Got no space to move on the outside. Reiters. Again, it was taken up by the captain, Matanda. Through the hands now, it will go to Mukondo. Strong run by the long, lanky lock. Matanda under heavy pressure with advantage to the Kuilsrivier boys. Amy Barretron with the whistle. Beside now with a quick tap. Now there's pressure on the Helderberg boys. Play quick by the Kuilsrivier boys. Reiters couldn't get her, but it is Boonzayer! Hendrika Boonzayer, the left winger, going over in the left-hand corner for the first try for the Kuilsrivier boys to bring the scores even. Well, a quick, brilliant game of play there by Malemba Sainout, seeing that Helderberg wasn't retreating 10 meters to the 20. For a moment it looked like the ball was a very bad pass, missing the hands of Reiters, but luckily for them, they dropped Boonzayer with the hands picking it up from the ground and going over in the corner. And in the background, the crowd enjoying themselves. Nice atmosphere here in Jachtershof Sports Field. Reiters with the conversion kick. What will he do with this one? Great hit by the young man. And that's successful! Which means Kuilsrivier taking the first lead of this match for them. Taking a score to 10 points for Kuilsrivier. Helderberg with 8 points on the scoreboard. Brendan Venter again have to restart, play from the middle of the field. Will they recover and retake the lead in this encounter? Matanda, captain, leading from the front again. Holding on! Great steal on the ground. Oh, it was the young man, Blaine Skelton, the number 6. With the steal on the ground. A little bit of a conversation there, deciding on what they want to do. And Venter finding touch just inside the 22-meter area of Kuilsrivier. We saw the lineouts for for Helderberg being very successful so far. Touch wood. Hopefully I didn't jinx it for them. But let's just see what they can counter up here. Nice dummy play. Was that forward? Yes. Unfortunately, another lost position for Helderberg, which will give a 5-meter scrum for the boys of Kuilsrivier inside their own 22-meter area. So Amy Baratron just gave the guys the mark. Helderberg will try and come up with a strong 8-man scrum to maybe see if they can turn over the ball again. Will be feeling a bit disappointed of how that last line out went. Tried the dummy play, going blindside, but unfortunately for them, like I said, it was a turnover. And again, the scrum just dismantling with both sets of packs going down there. Amy Baratron will of course speak to the front rowers to make sure that they know what is expected of them. We all know how important it is for front rowers to stay focused and to stay steady, because injuries can be so vital and damaging for teams, especially when you have the lead in an encounter. You don't want to lose front row players, as we already saw one of the front rowers had to leave the field earlier on the stretcher. Under huge pressure, it's the Kuilsrivier boys score that takes the ball up 5 meters from their own try line. Reuters, ball not finding touch. Now it's in the hands here of Daniels with the inside pass to John Ray Lucas. What will we see from this young man? Lucas stepping back. Now he sees a gap in the middle, but taken by two players just outside the 22-meter area of Kuilsrivier. Now ball taken up by Van Tonder, but a huge tackle on him. Fortuin, long pass, Brendan Venter. Now also a long pass outside to the outside center. Right winger Luke Carew doesn't want to go to ground. Just outside the 22-meter area, it is still Helderberg with the ball in hand. With the referee picking up a high tackle around the neck of JD Labaskagni. Quick play now by the Helderberg boys. John Ray Lucas trying to get rid of the ball quickly in the hands of Daniels. He's taken to the ground. Picked up. It is Skelton. Fortuin. Now the ball goes into the hands of one of the forwards, trying to win some valuable meters again. Fortuin again to Venter. Nice running line by Gerard Lambrecht. Will he find the try line? He's just short of the try line. And the referee says momentum took him over the try line. Gerard Lambrecht, number 8, with a nice running line, straight running line through the centers. And he went over for another 5 pointers for Helderberg, with a score now 13 points to 10 in the favor of Helderberg. Brendan Venter, just right from the right hand upright, will try and put 2 more points on the scoreboard. Venter. Oh, what a beautiful kick by Brendan Venter. Stays calm this time. 2 points added. Scoreboard 15 points to 10 in the favor of Helderberg. Kuilsrivier boys coming to the middle slowly, but I hope they don't drop their heads now. They still in this encounter. This is still anybody's game. Reuters making sure he's plays behind the kicker. Long kick again. Running by the back line here. Oh jeez, it is playing Skelton. Now it's Fortuin that needs to clean. Playing short. Charge down in the hands here of Manuel for the Kuilsrivier boys. Now it is a Aplenny with a nice run. The same load. Reuters through the hands of the backline. Matanda, unfortunately, trying to get the ball through the hands. Matanda misread the positioning of his winger, Bonsaya, and unfortunately for the Kayla boys, ball goes over the touchline. Roughly 4 minutes left. All depending also how much time is added with the long delay of the injury we had earlier in this game. Nicely taken in the line out by Mealing. Now the ball coming through the hands. Visser with a long pass. Lucas. Oh, he's dangerous, this young man. Oh, now it's a great run by the captain. Finding the nippy strum off. 14 on the 10-meter line of Kuilsrivier. Ball is taken over by the captain Matanda. Now turnover. Manuel with a huge hit on Manuel. He's tackled out of the ball. Referee said there was advantage with 14 holding on the ground. But a great attacking rugby here by Helderberg. Counter attack by the Kuilsrivier boys leading to nothing. But again, penalty to them with Reuters trying to find the touchline again and get his team to play in the right positions. Oh, what a beautiful kick, they will say. Just outside the 22-meter area of Helderberg. It will be another opportunity for Kuilsrivier to feed and line out with Farmer, hopefully finding his jumpers this time. Farmer just making sure he knows what is expected of this line out. Oh, nicely reached. Was it a knock on? No, referee says play on. Ball back. Now it's in the hands of Farmer with a rolling ball set up as the crowd get behind their team. Now it's broken loose and a kick. Oh, knock on, unfortunately. It looked like it was a kick, but unfortunately it was a tackle out of ball. Now it's the captain with ball in hand. Fortunately, it was Blaine Skelton. Yes, that young man looks like a backline player. He's very, very fast. Brendan Venter, long pass. Oh, and unfortunately, Captain Lindsay Hendricks knocks the ball on, but gladly for Helderberg, Kuilsrivier had a knock on first, and the referee says there was no clear advantage. So it will give another opportunity just inside the own 22-meter area here for Helderberg to feed the scrum. As we see, here's another player from Kuilsrivier on the ground. It looks like the front rower, Lamafa. Yeah, that's not Lamafa on the ground. Looked like he took a hard hit. Hopefully for Kuilsrivier, it wouldn't mean the end of his game. As we spoke earlier, a lot of injuries already this season to the front rowers for Kuilsrivier. And we already saw one of the front rowers leaving the field earlier. Lamafa just shrugging that shoulder a little bit, making sure he's still got feeling in that shoulder and is ready to go on. And it does seem like he's going to continue with a set piece scrum just inside their own 22-meter area for Helderberg. How many time will be allotted, like we saw for the stoppage earlier in the early in the game, with the front rower going down. Amy Barretron, the sole judge of time and fact. As we always say, the referee, what will she allow? Penalty to Helderberg, says Amy Barretron. Quickly played. Oh, a little bit of trick play there by Junior 14, but he was still tackled inside his own 22-meter area. Ball coming out slowly in the hands of the front rowers. But great defense now by Kayla boys. 14. Into the hands of Venter, making sure he sees a gap here, but the ball doesn't find touch. Now it's the Keegan September, the fullback of Kuilsrivier, trying a few goose steps, but he's taking to ground. Is it holding on to the ground? Referee says play on. He didn't maintain to get the hands on the ball. Now it's Reuters with a short pass into the hands there of Dama. Spamandla Dama. Reuters now with the kick. Where will the ball go? Will it roll over the touchline? No, unfortunately. It gives an opportunity now for Helderberg to attack from inside the own 22-meter area. But then, unfortunately, he is swung over the touchline. Was the flag up? No, says the AR looked like he had his flag up, but the referee says play on. Still play on for Helderberg, of course. A little bit of confusion there for a moment. Brendan Venter with a long pass again. John Red Lucas with a chip kick. Oh, unfortunately for him, the ball doesn't jump in his favour, but still good play there by. It was Quinn Visser. Now, ball turnover. And of course, Manuel kicking the ball, still in position. Malimba saying no. Reuters with a long pass. Now it is the left winger there. Bonsai with a great run. Inside ball, what a try! Oh, what a beautiful run. It looks like Liam Parker.
Lieve Kayla, dit is liefde vir almal. Ons is liefdevolle mense. Kan ek vra dat almal Helderberg met julle liefde. Sê gewoon as het julle liefde in julle in. Ek bied julle liefde. Julle kan nie meer stry nie. Ek bied julle as liefdevolle mense. Want ons almal werk aan by julle en julle moet baie geld. Maar ons werk almal as ons ken vir julle. So hande met mekaar. Hier gaat ons. Die is vir Club Rugby. Hier gaan ons. Can I ask everybody, kom ons staan, Pantinos, Club Rugby se beste. Hier gaan ons. Oh. Touching hands, reaching out, touching me, touching now, sweet Caroline, the dance seems so good, so good, so good, so good. I sounding good, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Here. Rasa lekker, is lekker. Community Club Rugby at its best. Community Club Rugby, gaan ons sien. These are all they can be hockey national songs. Yes. Oh, which one? A line dance. A line dance. Line dance. Mensen zijn nu met allemaal geen ik zie het. Ja, je zei het lekker. Die zal mijn schoenen over. Die zal mijn schoenen over. Hij wordt toch een jongen. Hij wil toch een jongen die zo met zo. Last one. Before you go, last one.
Welcome back from Yachters Hof Sports Grounds here in Kuilsrivier. With the second half almost getting underway. Peace, the home team Kuilsrivier with a slender 17 points to 15 lead against Helderberg Rugby Club. My name is Hendrik Goos from Global Sports Network. Honor and privilege for me to bring you this encounter. Like we mentioned earlier, it is the first round of the Super A League clash of this year 2025 Western Province Super A League. With Amy Barrett just asked him both teams if they are ready to play to start. And we will get the second half underway. Raiders with a long kick, an hanging kick. But Kuilsrivier taking the ball like a thief in the night through the hands of the forwards into the hands of a Plenty. Just inside the 22-meter area. Now it's inside by Parker. Defense by Helderberg on him like a rash. Just now outside the 22 meters, beside now through the hands. Type square that saw a little of a gap opening up. Beside note, Farmer, now he goes one way forward. That's straight. Beside note, Raiders with a chance now, but back in his hands. And unfortunately for the team of Kuilsrivier, ball went forward. Raiders saw the opportunity there at the back with the defensive line of Helderberg. Very, very flat. But another opportunity, gonna begging for the Kayla boys.
If anybody has lost a cell phone,
now it will give the opportunity to the team of Helderberg.
that is your phone, Jona.
Just outside their own 22-meter area, where they have their feet, the ball in the scrum via TJ Fortuin, or better known as Junior by the club players.
If you can unlock the phone, I know the phone is yours. Okay.
Great scrum by the boys from Helderberg. It is apparently Lambrecht. Now it's that young man, Daniels, ball that jumps out there. Went forward, unfortunately. And again, Fortuin keeping the defensive lines very, very busy, but the verbal battle between Melimba Sainert and the Helderberg players going on. Melimba Sainert just have to keep calm and stay focused on this job on hand. We know he's not gonna get the forwards from Helderberg. Let him get over the hand over him. Melimba Sainert. We all know scrum halves never like to be quiet on the field. They always like Jack Russells biting the ankles of the opposition. Again the ball fed with a huge scrum now from the Kayla boys. Oh, what a scrum, and the penalty given. Now quickly taken, Junior. Now it's Benefenter with a great run. Oh, what a gap. Was that the right decision? Referee says no hands on the ball. Lambrecht into the hands of his lock van Tonder. Quinn Visser, Captain Hendricks. Now the ball into the hands of one of the wingers. Now it's Andre Lucas. Look what this young man can do. He accelerates so quickly. Ball turnover on that side of Kuilsrivier by the number 12 there. Score taken inside on the foot of Raiders. Ball left to hit the ground. Now again it is Fortuin, but a huge hit on him as well. But now inside the half of Kuilsrivier, Venter. A long pass out here to Karoo. Now there's opportunity. It is the hooker Swart on the right wing. Was he taken to ground? Yes, he was taken out over the touchline. The same don't want to take it quickly, but the referee says no. And by a better knowledge, he decided against it. Now again, just outside their own 22-meter area, it will be Shane Farmer to feed the line out again for the Keiler boys. Sister Bettina in de achtergrond speel. En die hoor die atmosfeer is elektrisch hier op Jagtershof Sportgronde. My naam is Helderberg van Global Sports Network. Hy bring vir die aksie hier van Kuilsrivier Rugby Club wat voorsprong het van 17 punte teenoor 15 teen Helderberg Rugby Club. Farmer, bal mooi gerank. Ongelukkig, bal grond toe. Dan die scheidsrechter wat 'n baie goeie roep maak. Spelers wat op die grond gaan lê het en die bal wat ingehop het en die bal wat op die grond gespeel word. Nou 'n goeie geleentheid as daar teruggepraat word. Swak dissipline aan die kant van Kuilsrivier word hulle nog 10 tree teruggejaag. En nou word die bal gejaag net nie oor die kantlyn. Weer eens 'n geleentheid vir 'n 5 meter lyn staan. Helderberg vroeër in die wedstryd so 'n geleentheid gehad dat hulle verspeelde kans gehad het. Gaan hulle die keer regmaak. Lolmalbeweging wat opgesit word. Voorwaarts wars hulle gaan hy gestuit word. Sy sê wat sê gebruik hom een keer en dan word dit tog oorgeduik. Daar deur een van die voorspelers. Dat lyk soos die haker. Ja, dat lyk soos Maurits Swart wat daar oorgeduik het. Dit is toch Maurits Swart die haker wat daar oorgeduik het van die lolmalbeweging. Nou is het hier die voorsprong in die guns van Helderberg. Maar die telling was opskuif na 20 punte teenoor 17. Brendan Venter wat so vinnig net 'n bietjie asem skep en water vat. Hy het 90 sekondes om die verdoelskop aan te pak. Al my span is ondersteuners wat op hulle punte van hulle stoele gepyn is. Niemand weet wat in hierdie wedstryd nog vir ons voor lê nie. Wie gaan die haas uit die hoed uittrek om hierdie wedstryd te beklink? Venter wat weer vir hom regs op hy haak. En die telling 20 punte in die guns van Helderberg teenoor die 17 punte van die Kuilsrivier manne. Maar ons weet dit is nog vroeg in die tweede helfte met nog pyn wat kan gebeur. Writers, Anthony just making sure the forwards and the backline players knows where you want to kick it and that they are behind the kicker. Blaine Skelton with a strong run again. Yeah, that young man fights. He's a busy, very busy player. Now Kuilsrivier with the pass to his captain Hendricks through the hands of the backline. Now it looks like a hooker in the backline there. And again, nice play by the Helderberg boys. Venter, long pass again. Great defense there by the Kuilsrivier boys, keeping the defensive lines great. But as I mentioned it, and just as I say that, it is a penalty for the Helderberg team. Brendan Venter trying to find the touchline. Better kick this time from the young man. Making sure he finds touch early in the second half. We saw his first attempt to the touchline. Didn't find it early in the first half. Now, of course, it will give an opportunity for Maurits Swart to see if he can find these jumpers. Nicely taken there by Labaskagni with a rolling ball out of the starting blocks as the referee awards a penalty for obstruction. Unfortunately broke away and the player was in front of the ball carrier taking the contact, and a silly mistake again for the Helderberg boys, and that means another great touch finder for Raiders. Wow, this guy's got a huge boot on him. Now on the 10-meter line of Helderberg again, it will be a line out for Shane Farmer to feed. Let's see what they can do in this line out. Oh, line out ball stolen. Clever play there by the players from Helderberg. Ball popped out. The referee says play on now. And then huge defense from the Kuilsrivier boy. Again, a silly mistake as a player goes straight off his feet. Thought he turned over the ball, but unfortunately for him, he didn't stay on his feet. And now, a great touch finder. Oh, what a kick! This number 9, 14, junior 14. What a boot this young man's got. And Kuilsrivier finding themselves back into their own half, just outside their own 22 meters. And again, Helderberg with the opportunity to set up the line out and the rolling ball. Hopefully they will make amends for the previous mistake. Lavaskagni again reaching high for the ball. This time the defense of the Kuilsrivier must keep them disciplined. Helderberg getting some momentum from the rolling ball. Referee says the players must get out, they must come from the back. Was that sack legal? Yes, said the referee. Amy Barrett-Ron. She's got a lot of experience in situations like this. Was in a great position and in turnover position to the team of Kuilsrivier. Just of course inside their own 22 meter area where it gives another opportunity for them to see if they can get away from their own try line. 20 points to 17 in favor of Helderberg. This is the second half of this encounter. Beside note again with the ball in hand as the referee just blows on a whistle again. This time a little bit louder as the players in the front row don't hear. There's a lot of Helderberg supporters, as you can hear in the background. They're shouting "Go Berger!" But of course it is the home game for Kuilsrivier. And as you heard earlier in the game, in the second half, they says who let the dogs out. Hopefully Kuilsrivier boys, they let their dogs out in this game. See if they can get a better start to the season, better than last year. Now a huge run by Helderberg, but not under huge pressure. Reiters trying to get some running meters, but unfortunately for him, it runs out of field. Taken out, now quick play. Hendricks, the captain. Now it's the danger man, Lucas. Trying to get the ball away. Now it is, Carew. Oh, unfortunately, Luke Carew's taken out of the touchline, but great defense there, but almost worked out for the team of Helderberg. Kuilsrivier's defense just had their work cut out there for them. Now, still in a favorable position for the Helderberg team. Kuilsrivier will have to feed the line out. Will there be a turnover from this line out? Will Helderberg contest for the line out, or will they wait for them to come down with the ball in hand? As we see a first replacement for the Helderberg boys. Ball's taken in there, was it legal? Referee says yes, play on. Oh, unfortunately, the referee says it's backwards, play on. Looked like for a moment it was forward, but the referee says play on. She's in a good position, better than us. Brendan Venter with the inside run. Great defense on him. Now it's ball taken over, turnover from the run there from Brendan Venter. And now also a little bit of ill discipline on the side of Helderberg with some chirping. And Amy Barrett-Ron also marches them back 10 meters. Great touch finder by Kuilsrivier boys, Reiters with the touch finder. And just in their own half still camp, they're just outside on the 10 meter line as some of the crowds laughing here. The ball came with a huge speed into their hands here. It is Farmer that will have to feed the line out. Will it go better this time? Looks like it is Peter Kemp that came onto the field. Farmer, right reach there by Matanda. But beside now, great run again there by Score. Beside note, left and right looks. Now he goes inside. Raiders with the pass. Now it's through Parker into the hands there of September, but he's well met by the defensive line of Helderberg. Now beside note, great run again by the Kuilsrivier number 7 flanker. Dama now Matanda, the captain, on the foot. Will that kick work out? What will the ball do? Inside the 22, it is Drew Lucas. Backwards is the referee. Now John Lucas from inside his own 22. Ball in on the foot. What will the ball do? Oh! What does the referee say? John Lucas. What will that be? Oh, that will be a yellow card. That was a silly error there by John Lucas. I don't know what he tried to do there, but as you can hear in the background, that says a lot. John Lucas with great counter-attack, rugby from inside his own 22, chip kick forward, and unfortunately he didn't read the play that well and took the man out in the air. Hopefully the player will be back on his feet soon. It is the fullback September. Yeah, he looks like he's going to be back in play. But Helderberg with a player short this next 10 minutes, and it is the crucial player, key player of John Lucas with the resting time. Raiders finding touch. Now it's a perfect opportunity for the team of Kuilsrivier to make sure they get some momentum and try and use the man over in this game. We know it's very difficult if you lose a player, but especially a fullback, as there is no last line of defense. So Helderberg's defensive lines will have to be solid for this next few minutes. Farmer taken in the front. Score. Now the ball comes through the hands. Silly pass, but into the hands of the number 23, Adams, Xavier Adams. Again, error by the Kayla boys. Knock on. Some new players, fresh faces on the field, on the side of Kuilsrivier, and unfortunately it doesn't work out for them. Now, of course, gives an opportunity again for the Helderberg team. As we see there on the field for Helderberg is also Peter Kemp with the number 20 jersey. We all know the rich tradition and which family he comes from. His father is Blaise Kemp, his brother is the first team captain for Paul Roos, Gert Kemp, his grandfather and great-great-grandfather all played for Paul Roos. They're legends in their own making, played for Western Province. So yeah, nice to see the bloodline keep flowing. Then it is now the Hendricks, the captain, winning some valuable meters. Oh, solid defense again from the Kayla boys, making sure the Helderberg team doesn't go anywhere. Long pass to the outside. Blake Skelton coming inside, trying to get the offload. Oh, was that Seneco? Was that Seneco? Referee says you can't play the ball there. Clearly just for a penalty according to the referee Amy Barrettson. Ball was slapped down but backwards, but still you couldn't play it out of the hands of the scrum half with the touch finder just inside the half of the Kuilsrivier team again. As Amy Barrettson speaks to her assistant referee. Now it is Adrian Groenewald, number 16, also on the field. Nicely in the line out. Oh, what a pass from the Summer Fontaine. Now a huge hit there on Van Tonder. Another great defense. It's Ocha Awala on the huge defense. Another replacement on the field. Renefenta seeing a gap, but no, this kick doesn't go according to plan. Now counter attack by Xavier Adams, and also Takir Naker with the ball in hand, trying to get to beat the defensive line. Now a long pass. Now there's danger. Bunza, we saw what he can do with ball in hand. Pass, that is stop. Now it beats a man or two, but brought to ground just inside his own half. Bunza is very, very elusive. Long pass again. Parker wasn't forward. Referee says play on. The Kayla boy looking dangerous with ball in hand now in the second half. Takir Naker. Oh, almost a missed opportunity there for Reuters, but he made sure that he get hold of the ball. Took his eyes off the ball just for a second. Naker. Now it's Adams. Through the hands of September. Now it's still the Kayla boys with ball in hand. Shane Farmer with a nice run. Now it's a penalty. With the referee saying holding onto the ground. And another opportunity. Corner begging for the Kayla boys. Another missed opportunity for the Kuilsrivier boys. With the man over, they will feel a little bit aggrieved by themselves as the Helderberg boys find a huge touch finder. Now camped inside the half of the Kayla boys again. Helderberg with a sigh of relief, but we have to take our hats off for the defense of the Helderberg boys, but also the attacking play of some of the reserved backline players from Kuilsrivier, especially Xavier Adams and Naker, which making a great impact in the second half already for the Kuilsrivier boys. Groenewald, will he find his jumpers? Ball slapped backwards by Lamskagdien. Ball taken in forward. Now, long pass. Visser, he sees a gap. Ball unfortunately couldn't go. Get out. Play on, says the referee now. A penny. Oh, unfortunately. It was Dama, the number 7 flanker. He's been busy in the second half. Apologize to Xavier Adams. Unfortunately couldn't find his winger. And now it seems like Kuilsrivier has stepped and put the car into 5th gear. They want to put some gas in the tanks, trying to take the lead again in the second half. 20 points to 17 in favor of the Kayla boys. Unfortunately, Helderberg, apologies. Weer eens een geleentheid voor Helderberg om die vaste scrum te voeren. Net hier binnen hulle halfgebied. Maar die Kuilsrivier mannen wat so hier die laatste paar minuten van het dag heel kaart toegekend was aan Jandre Lucas. Net so een beetje meer voet op die petrol gooi. Nou is het een kragskram aan die kant van Helderberg. En schijnt dat de strafschop toeken. Voordeel toeken. Nou is daar een mooi loopie. Dus Charles Klaassen. Bal wat achter toe spat. Nog steeds in die bezet van Helderberg. Maar nou wat die scheidsrechter terugroep. Hij was geen voordeel nee. Een geleentheid nou voor Helderberg om te kijken of hij kan wegkomen in zijn eigen hoofdgebied uit. Maar een kragskram. Lijkt zoals een jongman met die nummer 18 op je rug. Ook daar Johan Gelomee, een jong man. Wat ook nou op het veld is, hij stempel afgedrukt. En nou is het Helderberg wat een vaste scrum gaan voeren hier in die helft van Kayla. Arjan Groenewald met bal in de hand. Voorgerang. Onder heel gedrukt bal wat geklapt wordt. Voor hem toe verhand. Die scheidsrechter. Lang aangegeven. Nou is het die linkervleuel daar onder heel gedrukt. Daniels. Wordt daar nou mooi loopje voor hem toe gezet. Die Helderberg scheidsrechter wat zij spelen aan. Weer eens een goede duikslag daar op Ploen. Nog een plaatsing van Rikard Helderberg. Visser met een breek. Lang aan aan die buitenkant van Karoo, wat binnen toe sluit. Nou trap hij binnen toe, was een rechte besluit. Hij plaatst die bal op de grond, ja, hij speelt aan. De scheidsrechter zegt speel aan. Goeie besluit. Fortuin, nou is het Kemp wat die bal opneemt. Goeie verdediger om. Lang aangeef weer naar die kapitein. Hendricks, hij komt zelf los. Goeie loopie. En nou is het een strafschop aan die kant van Kuilsrivier. Man wat weer vastloopt op de grond. Vandaag gespeeld, maar die scheidsrechter wat zei, je kan niet achter mij tak nee. Maar weer eens verspeelde gelegenheid nou voor die span van Helderberg. Wat nou een gelegenheid biedt natuurlijk ook voor die span van Kuilsrivier om te kijken of hulle kan wegkomen uit die halfgebied tijd. Touch finder, very good from Reuters. Wow, the second half is up and down. Both teams look like they're building some momentum, and then just that lost position, that last bit of position not going according. And another opportunity for Kayla to feed the line out. To the front, slapped back there by Hendricks. Now, great defense by the Helderberg boys. Oh, what a step by Reuters. That fly off of Kuilsrivier. He's very elusive. Score. Seeing a gap in the middle. Was that the right decision? Knocker. Now it's a forwards taking the ball up for Kuilsrivier, trying to get some momentum. Knocker with a chop kick. It is. Oh, what? But does the referee say? No, it was backwards. But that's the young man Fortuin under huge pressure. Ball will come out eventually for Helderberg. Very luckily for them, but unfortunately they also taken over the touchline. Now it's a good game. Meters gained by the team of Kuilsrivier. Camping now inside the card is back on the field. John Ray Lucas is back. 15 against 15 again. Kuilsrivier didn't get any points while they were a man over on the field. I know John Ray Lucas will be very disappointed in himself. We know he takes his rugby very seriously and he prides himself in his game. Now Kuilsrivier with the rolling ball set up. Are they over? Yes, says the referee. Oh, what a beautiful try. And it is the Kyla boys, Kuilsrivier, who let the dogs out, striking back. Now they are back in front. 22 points to 20. What a conversion to be taken now.
That's Kayla.
What will they do with the conversion? Whose game will this be? As you can see, there's no clear favorite in this game. Both teams sticking their hand up, trying to get that fourth try, of course, trying to get a bonus point win in this first encounter, because we know how important 1 point can be in this tough Super A League. Conversion is successful. Oh, Rangers, that guy is on form. Score 24 points to 20 in favor of the Kyla boys. Helderberg will have to score next. Hopefully for them, they can do that. Kuilsrivier, on the other hand, will really like to keep the momentum now. Make sure that they win this game. deep kick. And Raiders can't control the ball. And a huge pressure from Karoo. Puts the ball on the foot. Oh, what a kick. Now it's Fortuin taking the quick ball. Lane Skelton. Taking the ball inside the half of Kuilsrivier now. Both teams need to keep the discipline. Fortuin making sure which side to go. Now it is Groenewald. He sees a gap. Wants a few valuable meters. Referee says tackler had to release. Now another strong run. Boy, the Helderberg forwards, and that is a knock on. Great defense by the Kuilsrivier boys. As you can see, Square inside Taart Square. Wow, Bunties. It's Kennedy, says the people. Again, to use that box out the background. The theme song for the Kayla boys. They say, let's mark you on the loss. Get your onside toss. Kayla with a 24 points to 20 lead. Roughly 10 or 11 minutes left in this encounter. Well, Helderberg pull the rabbit out of their hat and go and take the win away from the Kayla boys. Oh, wow, the Kayla boys hold on to the slender lead and secure a win in this first game of this year's Super A League 2025 season. Amy Barretron, what a beautiful game of she's handling. Oh, it just shows all the experience. Another great run by the Helderberg for the boys. Balls comes out, Naka for Squirt. Now again on the foot of Raiders. That man, Jonathan Lucas, inside pass. Now stepping back into traffic on the huge defense of the Kayla boys. Now they must just stay focused and stay on their feet. Is the ball turned over? Referee says play on. Yes, it looks like it's a turnover ball. Knocker. Now, Adams. Was that the right decision? Oh, and they will visit and leave that post. Is that the nail in the coffin? Oh, is there still some gas left in the tank on the Helderberg? Helderberg supporters shaking their heads, not very happy with what's happening here. Oh, Kayla boys are very happy. Oh, it's so nice to see after a few troublesome years with, like we've mentioned earlier, a lot of injuries already happening back at the moment. It's like this first team of Kuilsrivier doesn't let them bother them. And it is Raiders to see if he can push that score up a little bit more, which he does. And now with a comfortable, well, not that comfortable, but a bit more breathing space, 31 points to 20. Kuilsrivier 11 points lead, roughly 7 or 8 minutes left. Let's see what will happen in this last few minutes. Oh, nicely taken by the captain, Matanda, on the foot. Not that much meters gained by Xavier Adams, but just making sure he finds touch. Now, it is an opportunity just outside the 22-meter area.
Defense Kayla! Defense Kayla! Defense Kayla!
Solid in the second half. Helderberg will have to make sure that they find the jumpers, see what they can do. Referee just saying she wants more bit stability in the lineouts, making sure everybody knows what's going on. Now it's nicely taken in the lineout. will Helderberg find momentum in the rolling ball? Will Kayla get their hands on that ball? Ball stripped out there by one of the Helderberg players, but now in the hands of John Lucas. He steps, but then into a wall of defense. Ball is taken, and now a nice one on the outside. Who's gonna get to the ball first? Gladly for Helderberg, one of the players was there. Ball still in the hands now, but came back in their own 22 again. Things just going awry for the Helderberg team in the second half. Lost a lot of momentum. I believe due to that yellow card. Apologies for the foul language here in the background, but frustrated Helderberg supporters feel that their team doesn't do what they can. Now it's Lucas with the attack. Apologies, Peter Kemp. He wants some valuable meters, stays inside the field of play. Was the ball knocked on? Yes! Ball was trying to pick up and unfortunately lost the ball forward. But great defense. Helderberg doesn't know what has hit them in this last 10 minutes or so. Another play on the ground is Square. He looks in a bit of bother. Also, Darren Reuters with a bit of cramp. Now, Amy Barrett-Tron a bit more further ill-discipline again on the side of Helderberg. And that surely must be the nail in the coffin.
Just an announcement, a Ford Platinum, a white Ford Platinum at the back of the clubhouse. You're blocking the entrance, please. Can you please remove the vehicle? It's urgent, please. A Ford
Reuters
a white vehicle.
making sure the touch finder now just inside the 22-meter area of the Helderberg boys. Will they stamp down their authority in this last couple of minutes? Against the Kayla boy. As the Kayla supporters. Oh, back, the ball slapped back now in the hands of Square. He's on his feet. Oh, huge defense there on Square. But still making sure they keep position. Reuters with a long pass now into the hands there of Manuel. Oh, what a pass, but unfortunately they couldn't control the ball. But the referee says forward pass, which will give another opportunity for Helderberg to feed the ball in the scrum. Not a lot of time left in this encounter. That's Helderberg. Some of the Kuilsrivier boys. If you look at Brunzaier, he had a huge game by number 11. He's dancing, he's enjoying, he's warming up for the party afterwards because there's going to be a huge party now after this game. Helderberg with a good strum, but then a counter strum by the Keller boys. Now in the hands of John Lucas. He's well met in the fence there. Now back. Inside run by one of the replacements. It looks like it is Klaasen. Helderberg and a huge defense met there by Gelomeo, taking the ball up. Now, nice run by Wala. Now there's a huge clean. Now the referee says no defense, no advantage. Another offside penalty for Helderberg.
Let's go, boys. Play for the bench.
Helderberg taking the ball quickly. Now taking the ball up into the fence. Was that high? Referee says play on. Attacking play from Helderberg, met by the well set up defensive line from the Kayla boys. Ball coming out slowly. And now pick up and go. Again, the ball thrown back to the back line. Was that forward? Referee says play on. Now, will there be a last line of a break in the defense? Nice run by the Helderberg team. Now, it is the young man, Junior Fontaine, coming over. Is there still time on the clock? Will there be still time before the restart? Helderberg supporters shaking their heads, not very happy about this game. Will the conversion be successful? Let's see what he does. Yes, it is. There is still time. There is still time. Will Helderberg pull the rabbit out of the hat? Will they come and steal the game like a thief in the night? £31 to 27 in the favor of the Kuilsrivier boys. Just the last few minutes of this encounter. Again, hanging kick in the middle of the field. Lane Skelton, he had a huge game for the Helderberg team. Referee says release now. Helderberg, will they come and steal this game in the last few seconds? Not much time left on the clock. Voila. He's making the fence. Now on their own 10-meter line. A bit uncertainty there by the Helderberg boys. But again, player not running away, and another opportunity for Helderberg. Will they go for touch, or will they try to counter from their own to the 10-meter line?
Defense Kayla! Defense
It
Kayla!
seems like they want to go find touch. Will that be the right decision? Will they find touch? Was backwards play from Kuilsrivier. Wow, what a... Now Kuilsrivier steps inside. Oh, that guy's elusive. Wow, great run. Was that off his feet? Yes, there's a red flag. Off his feet. Now another opportunity to find touch. Stroke of luck there for the Helderberg team. They have to go to touch. They are trailing by 4 points. Now both set of supporters on their feet. This time making sure of it. Now you can hear the crowd on their feet. This will be a massive upset if Helderberg comes back and steal this game now in the last seconds of the game. Because it's for a few seconds it looked like Helderberg was out of this. They come back, but the referee says playing the man in the air. Oh, playing the man in the air. Had his ball, hands on the ball, play the man in the air. Another opportunity for Helderberg. Going for touch, will that be the right call? This time, 5 meters short of the line. Now it's go big or go home is the call. Go big or go home. When the line out set up the driving ball. Go score the points, steal this match. Missed the opportunity, and that's Kuilsrivier for the win. Rolling ball set up. Will they be stopped? Was that short? Referee says play on. Now there's opportunity. Defense by Kuilsrivier, solid. Now in the hands of the forwards, but huge defense from the Kuilsrivier boys. Referee says man was in the air. What a great defense by Kuilsrivier, which brings us to this encounter. Oh, what a match we've seen. Kuilsrivier clinching this one, 31 points to 27. Helderberg will be disappointed in themselves. Had a lot of opportunities which they've missed. But wow, this is the Kayla team that we want to see here. The crowd is so happy about the result. Bonus point win for the Kuilsrivier. But don't go away. I will try and get some interviews for you. From me, Heinder Gous. We'll be back soon.
Thank you guys, our feelings support. We appreciate everyone. Eisters. Hoi, mijn naam is 5. Mijn computer wijst 5. Mijn naam mijn computer wijst voetbal wijst 5. Yalla khase oman kayla sapatale What a privilege to have the famous Amy Barrett around today officiating the game. Privilege to have a top quality referee. URC referee. What an Amy referee.
Daar komt staan al twinkel. Wow, wat een wedstrijd is als ik dat zie. Of van die dag, Darren se skoppe wat briljant, sy taktiese skopwerk en sy palenskop. besigheid. Hy was so los kat hier op die veld gewees. Hy gaan vandag definitief die dansvloer beheer. Hoe voel julle manne na die wen?
Ja, persoonlijk voor mij veel baie moeg nu. Baie moeg. Maar ik wil danken voor de supporters. Dank voor ons als een team, because allemaal het afgeschreven. En we kunnen het allemaal bewijs. Oorzaak zie, precies naar zo zie, 100%.
Darren, jy is 'n Durban man gewees. Jy streel met Kyle, jy het gesê jy wil 'n stempel afdruk hierdie jaar. Hoe voel jy persoonlik oor die eerste wedstryd vir jou? Wat dit is goeie punt, 5 punte vir jou as om die eerste home game. Of jy die laaste help geraak, gelyk of hulle nou terug is in die game. Hulle het 'n kans gehad op die einde. Julle defensive line, hoe voel julle oor die defense?
Die defense was baie goed. Is het gelek by die helft. Ek dink die helft het oor van hulle op met 'n skop. Dis mooi reg.
Nou ja, anders jy vleur as wat is vleur? Wat jou wat punt hoeveel drie wil jy die gaan?
40 sal dit is.
Daar's hy. My hand kos die. Kom wie dit gewees het. Alles sterkte sê vir julle het gou weer.
Baie dankie.
Nou wil ek van my Heinrichs vir u. Dankie sê die kykers daar buite. Dit was 'n baie lekker wedstryd om kommentaar vir te kan bring. Maar moenie weggaan nie. Volgende week is daar nog meer aksie vir u. Soos ek sê, my naam is Heinrichs van Global Sports Network. Dankie sê vir die borge. Dekker op paint. Cheese Sportswear, ID Consulting en dan natuurlijk ook ons vrienden Jawas. Volgende week nog actie wat ons weer gaan brengen. En natuurlijk actie daar in die Boerland. Ik zeg vir die groeten van die week. Groeten versproeten. Beste tot die 6e.